All right, so with the Two of Pentacles in reverse here, this could be about choosing between yourself and love, deciding whether or not to get married, feeling like you're forced to work with somebody, you're forced to make things happen, maybe overexerting yourself because you're pulling most of the weight. But this says you definitely have to make a decision to end this pattern. And the pattern is something's not going anywhere. You're not building anything together. It's not like the wheels are spinning. I think it's funny that all these look like wheels to these pentacles for some reason. I don't know why. It could be with a Cancer. Could be with pretty much anybody. But it could also be Libra, Death. I saw your card in reverse. So pretty much all the zodiacs are not themselves, or they're not having a good time. And the Death and Chariot usually say settling down, but they're both in reverse. So I'm seeing you're not settling. You're going to end this situation and eventually move on. That's just an obstacle for you right now. It's a challenge, but it is also your fate. And it could also be a delayed change due to something you're dealing with personally. Also, with the Death and Chariot, this tells me you are not waiting for somebody. So again, you're not settling. And this person may also have chosen somebody else over you, or you're going to choose somebody else over them, either in the past or that's what they're going to do. And you were trying to bring up something from the dead, or vice versa they were. And that could be a challenge for you. And I'm seeing you struggling with motivation too, kind of like my last reading for Taurus, because Death reversed is no motivation. So is Three of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Cups reversed is no motivation. I feel like you may be really delaying this change. The thing is, the time is right, so you should be acting as opposed to being passive. But we'll go into the advice to see how you can do this. The Chariot, when it's in reverse, is saying you're not balancing your emotions. In order to get your dream, in order to get fate or whatever it is you're wanting, your dreams come true when you balance those emotions. Because it's in reverse, it looks like that's why it's not happening. It could be just I can actually see the Chariot out of control. But we don't have the Tower, so it's not that bad. Could be worse. And there's people hiding their emotions because the Chariot's reversed. So again, the Three of Pentacles can be obscuring something, not being in the spotlight. And it's because maybe you doubt yourself. I do see lots of delay here. Blocked expression. You're not expressing yourself, or somebody's not expressing their emotions to you. That's either going to come out or it's not. Like either delayed or it's just not going to happen. Somebody feels forced and pressured. The Chariot is the bull in the china shop when it's in reverse. So somebody's really trying to force some kind of a contract, whether it's like getting married, for instance. And that's why the Ace of Cups is reversed. Somebody's not getting married. Page of Cups over here is being loving anyway. So it could be somebody's too independent while the other person's too codependent. But things are just not meshing at all currently. All right. And of course, in your issue, obstacle, or fate, you have Death. So it's a complete change that hasn't happened yet, or you're just kind of like, so about it. Again, this also tells me somebody may have chosen somebody else, or they're going to. But just holding on, being depressed, wanting to sleep all the time. Now, some of you are contemplating suicide, and that's just not an option here, okay? So, no. There, I made the decision for you, no. But you're also fearing the change. Getting rid of this emotional baggage from your past. It doesn't even have to be romantic. But this says you need to make goals. You don't have them, but you need to make them to make room, create that space for new opportunities so you can have some goals. But let's clarify. Why is death reversed here? And see, the good thing is, like your dare with the Ten of Swords and death here, they're both very ominous, but in a positive way, as a challenge, or dare, or advice. The Ten of Swords says, get a new routine after something has ended. Okay, so you're getting something new. Ooh, and the Ten of Pentacles, it talks about inheriting. So I kind of feel like you have to get rid of the emotional baggage you've inherited or you've decided to keep with you, as if you're going to pass it down to your family. Okay, so death is Four of Swords. You may be holding on to an actual death that happened. Because we have Four of Swords, which can be awake, a viewing, in other words. But it also says you have to have peace, and some of you just don't have it. Death and Four of Swords also say you need to change your lifestyle. That's what I was already telling you with death and the Wheel of Fortune. You do need to change your lifestyle so you can have more peace and more balance and slow down, both physically and mentally. But I feel like you're retreating as opposed to actually taking some action. And maybe you feel like you have no support system. Maybe based on family issues, because we do have the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I want more clarification. I'm seeing just breathe. Maybe the need to not think so much. Stop thinking about it, really. It's to relax. It's like being vigilant about relaxing. And here, Four of Swords, when it's upright, says progress. I know you wouldn't think that, right? So you have no progress, and then we're going to make some progress on resisting change or changing our lifestyle. But it may be a slow, delayed, gradual change. Okay, yep, Eight of Cups. Wow, you and Taurus must really, they got Four of Swords and Eight of Cups in their issue, obstacle, or fate. So you must know a Taurus somewhere. You don't have to, but this says you do have direction. You may not feel like you do, but you do. You may be coming out of this lost love that you've had. With death, it says you have to move on. We have a lot of moving on cards over here. There's a new beginning coming up, yeah. But at first, there has to be an ending. So again, I'm seeing closure, new cycle, ending something, new beginning. There's some dead end that you just have to let go. And trust me, I understand how terrible it is to hear that, because I'm a Cancer, and all I do is cling on to the past. So I can't believe I'm having to say this to you guys, but whatever. But that you're needing to move away from disappointment, usually in regards to love, being rejected or rejecting somebody. Also see you leaving the rat race. So if you're very busy all the time, you're leaving. But again, if you're not planning on leaving somebody, kind of just withdrawing yourself, moving on, then you need to check with whomever you're with to make sure this is not intended for you, because that could also be an issue or an obstacle. But this also says no looking back. You've got a new journey ahead of you. Don't turn around, turn into a pillar of salt. All right, so this puzzles me. So we have the Page of Cups as advice, which to me is offering love, offering apologies, kissing and making up. But here, I feel like that needs to be let go. It's like you're having to forgive some kind of injustice, but I don't think the person's actually around. This is like the forgiveness for forgiveness' sake. Again, I'm seeing imbalance. Okay, I feel like you're leaving disillusionment with the Eight of Cups. There's some kind of fantasy you've been having. You've really been meditating on it, but you're having to let this fantasy go, or this hope or dream. And then with Justice in reverse here, it talks about bias, which is similar, like not accepting responsibility, not seeing things, self-deception, being overly idealistic or even overly critical. And see, Justice reverse tells me you're not becoming a new and complete person. Okay, so really you want to flip Justice right side up. Weigh the pros and cons, become a new person, get your new identity. It says like not taking action, not seeking true love, and yet here you are doing this. That's your issue, obstacle, or fate. So why your Justice is in reverse, I can only see it as you needing to turn it around. Because you're deceiving yourself. I'm seeing a lack of peace, a lack of organization, a lack of logic, not trusting your own instincts, your own intuition, not being flexible. And I'm seeing if you want to add value to this memory or this baggage, you're going to have to take action. Okay, if you just leave it the way it is, it's like you're not accepting responsibility for it. You're not integrating it into yourself, like which I always tell people. You have to integrate the negative things in your life as a story. It's not who you are, it's just something that happened. And then you move on. In order to do this, with the Eight of Cups moving on, you have to actually use that experience, okay? That's how you use it. It's the right way. It's the action you take. It's being thoughtful and prayerful, like the Four of Swords suggests. It's your fate, it's your issue, your obstacle, but here you're just not doing it. So I really want you to turn the Libra card, the Justice card around. Because if you're in imbalance, the cards will not tell you to stay unbalanced, okay? And with the Chariot and Justice both reversed, it says slow down. So that is advice for you to slow down. And with Ten of Pentacles, it does talk about, how to say this? I'm not sure how to say it, so I'll come back if I think of it. But we have lots of cards that talk about moving on here. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the the Wheel of Fortune, which is also the number 10. Everything's coming to an end, but it's also starting with something new. So it's actually not bad at all. It's really good. I'm not sure why you're scared or hesitant. And of course we have Two of Wands reversed, which is really about holding on, putting something on hold, not making a decision. But as advice, it says get organized. And here we have not organized. This is definitely not organized. Not working together, bull in a china shop. Okay, this is saying take some time out, think, get yourself together. Don't take on this baggage as an inheritance that you just carry around with you until you pass it on to somebody else. Kind of sounds like possession, if you ask me. All right, so Two of Wands reverse says, you are doubting yourself, but you feel like you have no directions and no options, and that's not true. If you're patient, get organized. If you don't, you're going to spoil everything, which again just reminds me of the Chariot. If you don't balance things out, get everything right and organized, get your duckies in a row, especially emotionally. If you don't pull yourself up by the bootstraps, if you don't get your ish together, you're going to spoil everything. You're not going to get your dreams. Okay? Like I feel like saying, get it together, man. However you got to get it together, you get it together. Especially for those of you who are contemplating suicide. That's not okay. Not like I'm your mama or anything, but still. I'm basically, the universe is saying, you've got to get a hold of yourself, man. I know you're probably not a man, but, that's just the phrase I'm getting. And the thing is, like, even though you have the Two of Wands, it's in reverse. Doesn't matter if it's in reverse, because Wheel of Fortune makes everything really good. Like, this is your good luck ticket, okay? With Two of Wands, that tells me everything from now on is happening for your best, okay? That's good news to hear, especially when you don't feel like it's going to happen. This tells me you're going to be cashing in, and you'll avoid a loss. Instead, you'll have a good investment. Sometimes it means taking a gamble will help you, whereas taking a gamble sometimes can hurt you. I do see some inheritance in here, but it may not be quick, or it may not be exactly right. So again, gambling may not be the best issue here, or a risk may not be an issue that you should be doing right now. So again, get organized, be patient, don't be afraid to take a step, make a decision. Now, with Ten of Swords down here as another obstacle, some of you may make a decision, okay, but it's the wrong decision. And it's because you decided to hold on to the past instead, okay? The right decision is for you to move on from the past, move on from the tragedy. If you choose not to, then it's a bad decision, okay? I'm just seeing bad judgment too. You have some bad judgment about the situation. You're not seeing clearly. Again, there's that self-deception. So your advice is just to get it together. Okay, so what's your strength? The Ten of Pentacles, your family, the protection of your house, your family, maybe money, maybe property. Again, I do see that inheritance. So it's also stability. It's security. With the Wheel of Fortune, it is a family fortune. So that may be something you're just fortunate to have your family. If somebody did pass, you have that money. So that's something that's going to help keep you afloat. And then some of you, this means retirement. I don't think it's a literal retirement, although you are leaving the rat race. So yeah, I guess that could be. Never mind. So some of you are retiring. That's your strength. Like, yeah, I'm leaving the rat race. Here I go. Bye. So some of you, you're not even contemplating suicide. You're just contemplating the retirement. And then other people, it's family. It's just a sense of security. You know exactly how to get it, and that's your strength. So your strength really seems to be outside of yourself right now. Okay, let's clarify some more. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here as a strength? Come here. Eight of Swords, helpless and hopeless. So yeah, when you're feeling helpless and hopeless, find what's is strong for you. Because see here, this can be a restricting relationship or environment or belief or even family. Here this is restricting, but it's not in a good way. It's mental torture. Whereas this is just like, oh, you're smothering me, Mom. Okay. Also, yeah, okay. Anytime you get bad news or you go into a crisis, you go and see these people, whoever this might be. Because I see you don't really know what choices to make. You don't really know what path to take. You're afraid to make a commitment on any certain path, and these people are going to give you good, solid advice. And I also see you can mistrust anything else. Like, I almost see like mistrust your own illusion is kind of what I'm seeing. Also, if you're like, some of you may be, I hate to bring this up again, but if you're contemplating suicide because of money issues, I'm seeing like family, could be an inheritance, but family is actually going to help you out. If you're trying to get insurance money for your family by doing that, that's a no-go. I'm seeing you can get saved from bankruptcy. You can get saved from a crisis, and it's pretty much family or even spouse getting married. I'm not saying get married to do that. I'm saying it's if you're already married, okay? And the thing is, because you're so in your head about something, the Eight of Swords, as your strength, says you need objectivity. So realizing when you go to them, they're going to realize that you need objectivity. They're going to give you that outside perspective and stability. All right, so other options, other obstacles, challenges, or dares. We did say, bad decision is a possible obstacle, okay? I'm seeing you need closure on confusing memories, especially around family. So that may be why you go to the family to seek some kind of information, okay? We do have identity things here, so that could be something as well. But you are stuck in the past. Some of you are being overly idealistic or unrealistic, which comes off as naive. And some of you do have some money issues, especially the Two of Pentacles here. You may have lost a job. Your car may have broken down. I mean, you're just like, some of you are raking it in, unfortunately. And maybe you had some savings if it's not a family, okay? But with the Six of Cups reversed here, it's saying some of your issues is you kind of waste your money. Like, over and over again, you're spending money. And why the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles means, you're wasting money, I don't know. But the thing is, you're not carefree. You don't have peace. Maybe you made a bad investment instead of wasting money. Maybe somebody was a little tricky. I don't really see too many other people in here other than you and family or friends. So I feel like this is mostly about mental status. Let's get another clarification. Some of you you're still carrying around feeling betrayed by a family member or a past love. Possibly a Scorpio, or a Cancer, because we have Cancer, Scorpio card, and we have both their cards in here. And that means that justice is probably just here for injustice as opposed to Libra, but it could be anybody. Yeah, okay, that's what I was wondering. Five of Pentacles. Feeling alone. So you do feel alone for sure. You feel betrayed. That can be something that also pops up. But also you lose money. That's definitely here, okay? But somebody may decide not to give you money. However, I'm not sure who that person would be that would not give you money. It could be like the loss of a job, for instance, Five of Pentacles. And this is leaving resources, leaving home. So I don't know if somebody's trying to take your inheritance. Something's not right about it. Could be about identity too. Like you haven't earned the inheritance kind of situation. Not that you have or haven't, but that's just kind of the feeling I get that people or somebody is saying to you. Most of it's job loss or relationship loss. If you're having to move houses, yeah, I can definitely see somebody getting kicked out because the relationship ended, especially in divorce. Then you're having to move. You're getting rejected or kicked out, or you're doing this to somebody else, but I feel like it would be you here. And you may have to go home to family. So Six of Cups could be that return home to family. Okay, that's a challenge.